Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Harakot Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same and teaching the same. All right, jumping into it, about to watch a clip dealing with the mark of the beast. All right, and Lord willing, this is edifying. All right. And as usual, this is by Brother Jeremiah, servant of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah. All right. Just going to make sure the audio good. About to watch this video, get some precepts, and Lord willing, this edifying.
Useless eaters. Words are very important to the Illuminati. These things are manufactured purposely for a purpose. And so I'm saying that there is something organized and directed, and it's here in this country.
Future shocker, biochip. And this is what Anthony showed you earlier, a biochip. That's an injectable computer chip, an economic mark in the back of our right hands or in our foreheads.
You've got a choice. You can join in this fight, or you can die as a slave.
All right. So that's why we give, credit and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, because, for decades upon decades, they've been saying that, the mark of the beast is that RFID chip, that microchip, and that Neuralink, all right, for years, okay? So Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah revealed that to the apostles. All right. But now I want to go on Google right quick. All right. So I typed in, when was the first RFID chip put into a human? All right. And this is the results, okay? So that video that we watched, all right, dealing with the New World Order agenda and the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, that microchip, that film was in 1993. It was in 1993, all right? So this was before I was born, all right? I was born in 1999, all right? I was born in 1999. All right, so this was before. All right, so that give you an idea how long, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, been teaching that this was the mark of the beast for a long time. All right. So it says the first human to receive an RFID microchip implant was British scientist Kevin Warwick in 1998 on August 24th as part of his research on human-machine interfaces. All right. So the mark of the beast been on the scene for a long time, but the time is coming to where the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, is going to be made mandatory and forced on people, okay? The same way they forced you if you didn't get your shots or whatever, you would lose your job, okay? If you didn't get your shots, or if you didn't have on a mask, you would get fired, all right? That's how most jobs was taking it. That was taking it to the extreme. All right, serious. Even when you trying to go into just a store or the food market just to do some grocery shopping, if you didn't have a mask on during that time period, during that pandemic, you was turned around. Okay, they'll turn you around. They don't give a damn if you just walk 5 miles. All right. So those same tactics, Esau, the so-called white man, he uses the same serpent tactics. All right. He don't change up. All right. So let me get a precept. I'm coming back to this actually. Just about to get a precept. Make sure we're still rolling. All right. And this Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 15, and it reads, "That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been." All right, and Yahweh requireth that which is past. All right, and I'm bringing this out, the precept out to say, yes, the past matters. All right, yes, this information matters. All right, the elder apostles of Great Millstone didn't make this up. All right, us prophets of the Lord, us Hebrew Israelites, we didn't make this prophecy up. All right, and that's why if people be more prudent and do their research, they'll see everything that the men of the Lord are saying is true. All right. So these elites for decades, all right, for centuries, they've been planning this new world order. All right. And, that leads me to Psalm 64. All right. All right. So this Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right. And, the counsel of the wicked, is Esau, the so-called white man. He's the wicked that the Bible speaks of. All right. So their plans and their agenda is wicked. It's to enslave humanity. It's not for your good. I know Esau painting the picture, this AI technology and these robots is for your good, gonna make, never gonna have to work again, and all these empty promises. All right. But the truth is they want more control over their citizens and over the whole world. All right. So it's going to give them total control and power over each and every one of you people's lives. It's that mark of the beast, the RFID chip, and that Neuralink. Once you take that, you don't belong. You're officially the property of Babylon the Great America. All right. Official. And officially the property of Esau, the so-called white man. All right. I'm going to jump down. Verse 6. All right. Psalm 64 and 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay. So Esau really, these events, a lot of events that's happening in 2025, all right, even I ain't gonna go back that far, but basically all these events that have been taking place, all right, in Esau's kingdom, they've been pondering on a lot of this, for decades. All right, even when it comes to these diseases. It was a chart I seen. It showed how every decade a new virus was created in a lab. All right. So Esau is being exposed. There's literally proof. All right, showing that a lot of diseases wasn't relevant, 100 years ago, a century ago. All right. And it shows like every decade, uh, some major disease or virus outbreak is created, all right, in the lab, all right. And it's another chart that shows a link between GMO food and people's health problems, all right. So proof, like all this different chemicals and artificial flavors and all this shit, over the years, and statistically, it proves that it's harming your health and also causing people to die more. All right. So Esau knows very, very well what he's doing. Okay. Let's read it again. Psalms 64:6. They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay? So it's not like they don't know better. They're just wicked. All right? They're just wicked. Okay? It's Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, so-called white man. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Talking about the true identity of the Israelites, God, the Messiah, the angels, all right? Because all the ancient paintings and the Russian icons, it shows that, the biblical Israelites, all right, biblical Jews, the Messiah, all right, Yahweh Shah, God, who the world called God, Yahweh, all right. In the angels, it showed them all having what? Melanin, dark brown skinned men, all right. So, but through iconoclasm and in the Renaissance period, Esau, he came back into power, and he started pushing his philosophies and throughout the earth, all right, and start pushing his ideologies, his view of life throughout the planet Earth, all right, and corrupting the world again, all right. So it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? There's only one race of people that fit that description of destroying the earth, being the wicked, just inhumane. All right? With this Hebrews, I think it's 12. Here you go. It's Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, the so-called white man, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. All right. Scriptures call him profane. All right. A profane. All right. Let's get that word profane. Get that word profane. All right. It's that word profane.
Strong's G 952. Bebelos.
All right. So it says profane. All right. Unhallowed. All right. Ungodly. Strong's definition is a wicked, heathenish. All right. That's pretty much all I want. A profane person, and that's Esau. He's the wicked the Bible speaks of. All right, we about to end it on let's see, get one more precept. All right. Yeah, so the first RFID chip to be implanted was in 1998 on August 24. All right. So the mark of the beast, the RFID chips, been around, but the time is coming to where they're going to be forced on people. All right. The hour of temptation. Excuse me. All right, this Revelation 3 and 10. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right? The hour of temptation is when people are forced to take the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, and that Neuralink. Okay? If you want to be a part of this New World Order, they're going to try to force you to take it. All right? Only 2/3 of our people in these heathens, they're going to take it. All right? They're going to take it. They're going to take it swiftly, too, because society, before they establish the New World Order, they have to collapse this system. So people going to be running to the next system. All right? Revelation 13, I'm gonna just start at 15. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay? So the image of the beast is his New World Order. All right? Okay? And that beast represents Babylon the Great America. All right? Okay? And as a whole, that great red dragon, all right, which represents the ancient Roman Empire being reborn, all right, in the Renaissance period, all right, and coming back as this coalition of Edomite nations or European Caucasian nations, all right, with Babylon the Great America sitting on top of that red scarlet beast, all right, dragon, great red dragon, all right, with the which that represents NATO and the EU, all right. The 7 heads and 10 horns represents the 7 heads represents NATO, and the 10 horns represents the EU, all right. And it reads, all right. So, and these prophecies can't be broken. All right, these prophecies can't be broken. All right. All these prophecies will come to pass. So people can try to they can try to resist all they want. Like the scripture say, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. So it's not happening. All right, the Lord literally, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah is putting demons on these rulers and on these different, on these presidents, modern day kings, on these different prime ministers, all right, in these different nations. The Lord is literally manipulating the minds of them to go to war, all right. The Lord mustered the host of the battle, all right. So it says, and Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, that's the RFID chip in that Neuralink. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right? And that's 666. All right. So should be all I wanted to cover on real quick. All right. So want to end it and give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Harakakadash. Double honors to the old apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same teachings. Shalom.